Today we are talking about the 4 crazy and wacky Hamantaschen flavors that we cooked up for Purim this year. We have chocolate, we have pizza. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Pam. I am a mom, a Jewish mom. I have a toddler and I have another one on the way. If you're new to my channel, I make videos about how to work with your toddler, Jewish holidays, parenting, generally just mom life. So if you want more of that, subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I totally want to know how you guys celebrated Purim with your little ones, especially this year where we're still kind of stuck inside. So comment down below and let me know how you guys celebrated Purim. What kind of Hamantaschen flavors did you guys cook up? I want to hear everything. But y'all are here for some Hamantaschen, so let's get into the 4 wacky and fun Hamantaschen flavors that me and my toddler cooked up this year. Okay, we have butter, cream cheese, vanilla, milk, sugar, flour, and of course some salt. You're gonna need 1 stick of butter. You're gonna need 1 stick of butter at room temperature, 3 ounces of cream cheese. Please ignore the fact that I have a giant Costco cream cheese. Half a cup of sugar, half a cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 3 cups of flour, and half a teaspoon of salt for the filling. So here I've added the 3 ounces of cream cheese into our bowl. We're going to add the butter, sugar, vanilla, and then mix it all up. So right here I have some tiny hands helping me out. It is so much fun to bake with your littles. Make sure that they get in the kitchen because it actually really helps with a lot of long-term goals. It helps kids with functional reading skills, math skills, and just generally life skills. We have a lot of life skills we pick up in the kitchen because we use them every day. So I'm just going to use my KitchenAid mixer. I don't know why the film is like this. I tried really, there we go, that's better. Okay, so we have our whisk attachment. We're just going to fluff it all up, add it all together, mix it all up, and we're going to add in our milk. Next, we're going to go back to our favorite little hands and add in all the flour. I know it's very hard to cook with your kids sometimes. There's always going to be mess, but actually, if you want to cut down on frustration, I highly suggest measuring everything out ahead of time. Yes, it makes a ton more dishes, but it does cut down on frustration a lot. Toddlers really just go at a faster pace, and so it's easier for them to just pour than to wait for you to measure and pour. We're going to put everything back in the mixer with a paddle attachment this time and just mix it all up. Once it's all combined, I'm just going to put it on some parchment paper and then put it in the fridge to rest. So for our filling, we have powdered sugar, cream cheese, we have our cinnamon, we have ricotta cheese, and it calls for mini chocolate chips, but I only had big chocolate chips, so we're going to work with what we got, and I'm going to chop the chips up fine. There we have the filling for our cannoli Hamantaschen. I'm going to just get out the dough from the fridge now. It's been about an hour. So I pulled my dough out of the fridge and we just have another piece of parchment on top. It was a little tacky and I'm rolling this out with a child's rolling pin, but it came out pretty good. And we are going to use our Days United cookie cutter from our Days United Purim box, and you're going to see those cute little hands helping out. This is what they look like when they come out. They're super cute and actually pretty easy to maneuver, and I'm just going to put them on our sheet tray real quick. Here is our filling. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's more than enough to get all these cookies done. I put them in first just because I was working with my little, and then we went back and pinched all the corners. Here's how they came out when they were all done and ready for the oven. We set the oven to 350 and popped them in for about 15 minutes, and they came out pretty nice if I do say so myself. Our next wacky Hamataschen flavor is pizza. So we're going to start off with our dough. We need water that was warm. We're going to add our yeast to it. All the recipes are linked down below in the description box. Make sure that your water is warm and not hot. You will murder your yeast. We're going to use salt, flour, olive oil, and just a little bit of honey, and it is amazing how quickly this dough comes together. So we've added 2 cups of flour. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You want to do the olive oil first because then the honey doesn't stick. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of honey. See, it popped right out and there's nothing inside that spoon anymore. Always do your olive oil first. And then we have 1 tablespoon of salt. Not tablespoon, teaspoon, sorry guys. And then we are going to mix it up with our water and yeast combo. Now we just mix it up with our dough hook and it'll let us do most of the kneading, which is great. So this is just a bowl. I'm going to add a little olive oil so the dough doesn't stick to it. And I'm going to knead that dough and add it to our bowl. Now that I'm done kneading, you'll see I grabbed a travel shower cap. This is one of my greatest tips for baking. Shower travel caps are great for letting your dough rise. It gives them more than enough room. It's pretty awesome. So at this point you'll see we have about an hour has passed and the dough has redoubled in size. We're going to roll it out and cut out our circles. Now I've said I'm using my daughter's child size rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, the easiest way to roll out some dough is to get a wine bottle. It's very easy to use that as a substitute. And if you don't have the right size cookie cutter, you could use a wine glass, the top of a mason jar. Just some quick and easy ways to substitute things you have around the house. You don't need a fancy cookie cutter. So for our filling, we're going to have organic tomato sauce and just Kirkland brand mozzarella shredded cheese. These are both Kirkland brand, cheap, easy. I use them a lot. So we're just going to add our filling and our cheese, and we're going to pinch up those sides with our nice Hamataschen shape. And I will say this, I do go back over and add more cheese because I love me some cheese. Here they are all finished up, and they were so delicious. Our next 2 Hamataschen are the triple chocolate and the chocolate strawberry, and they both use the same chocolate flavored dough, so I'm going to make it once and use it for both cookies. We have our olive oil, we have our salt, a baking powder, vanilla, 2 eggs, flour, sugar, and of course our cocoa powder in the back. So in the mixer we have creamed together 2/3 cup of oil, a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then we added in 2 eggs. We're going to just add in 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Once that's all mixed together, I'm going to put in 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda. I use baking powder, but it worked pretty well. And 1/4 a teaspoon of salt and 2.5 cups of flour. I just used my spatula to mix it up. It was just easier to do it by hand at this point. And it was really easy to mix up, and I'm just gonna pop it into the fridge to rest. see that the dough is nice and chilled, I just put a little flour on it and I'm gonna roll it out and cut out our circles. Again, I'm doing both cookies at the same time here, but I think I'm gonna show one first and then the next after, but I cut the same circles for both of them. So for our triple chocolate cookies, the filling is going to just be this Nutella. It is so good, and anyone who doesn't love Nutella is bananas. So let me know if you like Nutella down in the comments below. So now that my filling is in place, I'm just going to pinch off the edges, make our traditional Hamataschen shape, and get those onto our baking sheet. I've preheated the oven to 350. Now that the triple chocolate is taken care of, I have strawberry rhubarb jam. I'm using instead of strawberry, but it's fine. It tastes the same. So we're going to add the filling into our chocolate strawberry Hamataschen. Now I'm going to quickly shape up these cookies, add them also to the tray, and pop them in the oven at 350. The next thing I'm going to do while these are in the oven is get a double boiler going. So I have a pot of water on the stove with a glass bowl. I'm just going to add some chocolate chips to melt them. You could do this in the microwave in 30-second intervals. It works the same. Just make sure to take them out and stir them in 30 seconds. Now these are freeze-dried raspberries. I got them from O Nuts. They're amazing. And I have a Ziploc bag. So I'm just going to add some raspberries to it and crush it with my handy-dandy rolling pin. So you can see right here, I'm just using my spatula to drizzle chocolate on top. You can use a fork, you can use a spoon, just use what you got. Here are our triple chocolate Hamataschen cookies. I will say these were a house favorite and they disappeared the fastest. I'm gonna finish up these final details on the strawberry chocolate Hamataschen. I have our strawberry powder, our chocolate, and our cookies that are all done from baking, and we're going to assembly line dip the chocolate and then get that powder nice and packed onto the chocolate. It's going to taste so good. These are our strawberry chocolate Hamataschen, and they were by far my favorite. So those were our 4 Hamataschen flavors for this year for Purim. Honestly, everyone absolutely loved the triple chocolate. My favorite was the chocolate strawberry, and the pizza was a great success. The cannoli were great, but they weren't anyone's favorite. So if you do these, let me know that you did them. Tell me in the comments down below. Tag me on Instagram at Prep and Passion. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome Jewish mommy content. And please tell me any videos that you would like to see me make. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I will see you guys next time when we talk about what I do at the beginning of every month to help me prepare for the rest of the month as a mom. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!